Iran and Israel have fired missiles at each other for the first time since the truce in April this year, and here are the latest developments as tensions rise in the West Asian region. Iran's armed forces have announced an end to the operations against Israel. However, the IRGC has warned that it will respond more forcefully to any further aggression. The spokesperson for the IRGC's Khadam al-Anbiya Central Command said that they will respond in the event of continued aggression and acts of hostility, including in southern Lebanon. Iran fired missiles at Israel after Israeli forces bombed the southern suburbs of Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Israel retaliated, leading to both sides conducting tit-for-tat attacks. US President Donald Trump, meanwhile, put out a social media post saying that both Iran and Israel were looking for an immediate ceasefire. He added that final negotiations for a deal to end the war were still proceeding, but warned that ignorance or stupidity might get in the deal's way. Now, Trump also said that the US blockade on Iranian ports would continue until a final deal is reached. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai also issued a warning. He said that the resumption of hostilities in West Asia will impact the negotiations between Tehran and Washington to end the war. However, Baghai added that Iran was continuing to exchange messages with the US via their mediator, Pakistan. Iran has cancelled all flights from Mehrabad International Airport in the capital, Tehran, until further notice. Remember, this follows massive blasts being heard in Tehran. The Israeli military said that it had struck and dismantled Iranian defense systems deployed across several areas in the country. Iran confirmed that a hostile drone was downed over Tehran. The Yemen-based Houthi rebels, meanwhile, have declared a total ban on Israeli ships in the Red Sea. The Houthis fired missiles as well at Israel alongside the Iranian barrage. The Houthis said that they targeted sensitive sites in the Tel Aviv region and that their strikes had achieved their objective.
The Iranian-backed Houthi rebels have claimed responsibility for missile attacks launched towards Israel. The group has also threatened to target Israeli-affiliated vessels in the Red Sea. The Houthis have largely stayed out of the war, with sporadic attacks and threats towards Israel. But their entry marks a dangerous escalation in the war, where a shaky ceasefire is being challenged by a volley of fire between Israel and Iran. Yemen sits next to the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a critical choke point leading to the Red Sea and towards Egypt's Suez Canal. In 2024, the group launched attacks on vessels during the Israel-Hamas war, upending shipping in the Red Sea. Before the war, there was about $1 trillion worth of goods passing through each year. Any attacks on the strait could have serious consequences on the global economy, which is already reeling from the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, which had about a fifth of all oil and natural gas once passing through.